But we're back. I'm Ginger Jesus,
I'm Maze,
and this is Monday Night Blood Bowl.
home of the OrKK.
OrKK.
Welcome to a very special 4th of July edition of Monday Night Blood Bowl. It is a beautiful Tuesday evening, Monday evening.
So we got a 0-0. David Pumpkins versus the Wandering Nerds, it looks like, or the Wandering Horde.
I think that's Horde.
Let's find out.
No one fears the Wandering Nerds. The Wandering Nerds occasionally.
Yeah, when nerds wonder, bad things happen.
Every time a scientist wonders, Batman ends up with a new trophy in the Batcave.
Every single time, too.
Yep. Whether those particular scientists are the ones that go crazy, or if it's because of something else.
Something, something, something dark side. Something, something, something the Force.
No, that does not help.
Oh.
I was seriously losing the thought.
Oh, sorry.
It's gone.
I forget what we were talking about anyways.
Oh, it's mixed teams! The 0-0 games are always mixed teams. Have you noticed that? And it's just starting.
It not only is it just starting, but it looks like it's made to order again, just like last time.
And the time before that.
And the time before that.
And probably the time before that.
You know, honestly, every time we watch, that is really the best way to do a mixed team game. But it looks like various undead versus...
Various not undead.
Is that Far East Association? Only really lazy Far East?
No, I think it's Chaos Amongst Us or something like that. Because I'm seeing rats and I'm seeing chaos.
Yeah.
Some would say chaotic rats. But it is all in the hands of the cheese gods. Oh, that's the Wandering Horde. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do they got?
9 rerolls is what they got.
Why? Oh, on the off chance you gain a turn.
Yeah. Or a blitz. Because you can use blitzes in this version of Blood Bowl. The rerolls and blitzes in this version. It's only the new version you're allowed to do that.
But you still only get one a turn.
Admittedly.
I mean, in this one.
Which is interesting because playing against somebody who'd never played Blood Bowl before the 2020 version dropped,
Right.
they were saying that it was... Well, they just immediately just saved all their rerolls for the end of the game so they could make those last-ditch hero plays. The dude just saved 4 rerolls for when he needed a 6.
Well, it sort of makes sense.
High kick! Is that a Dark Elf? Yep, Dark Elf Assassin, so it's not Chaos.
Well, it's definitely not Far East Association.
Yeah, because they don't get Dark Elves either. There we go.
Alright, this is eating me. So we're turning to Google Box.
Hello, Google Box.
Let's ask Google Box. What are the mixed teams in Blood Bowl the second?
The second!
And that's a reroll. Popping back up like a daisy. And it got him anyway. That's a turnover. Okay.
Sorry, be right back. I realized I was hungry.
He'll be right back. He realized he was hungry, and I'm being a bad host here. So we're trying to figure out what the mixed teams are. Excuse me.
Welcome to the show. I made mac and cheese lasagna.
Mac Lasagna.
Mac. That's a good name, Mac Lasagna.
Rolls off the tongue, too. It's
Yeah.
like Macklemore, only a little bit less, because it's Mac Lasagna.
Yeah. And everybody's a little bit less than Macklemore.
Doesn't he pop tags?
I mean, he did teach me how to shop for clothing. So they got the ball and did nothing with it, essentially. Or do they get an immediate turnover?
They got a turnover, re-rolled it, and failed to re-roll.
Mm.
Maybe it's in this one. Don't fail me now, game FAQ. Human players, orc, dwarf, skipping ahead, Haiga elf, wood elf, Norsemans,
Yeah, because I can't think of a single
Necromantic
mixed team that
Nurgles.
has Skaven and Dark Elves.
Chaos, Kislev, goblins, underworlds, that's ogres, elven union. Oh, they cover
Well,
the basics.
Harry the Decrepit is fine.
Oh! Faction. Alliance of Goodness. Nope. Chaotic Player Pact. Yeah, that's what it is. Chaos, Skaven, Dark Elf, Underworld, Denzians.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I didn't think about that, honestly, but Dark Elves is chaotic.
Apparently. Helly, Will.
Hey, what's up, my man?
We were just asking Google Box what the mixed team races were.
They didn't know.
No, Google found it. We found the answer. The cheese wandering horde, the cheese-colored guys, are chaotic player pact.
Wandering Horde is the undead team.
Oh, sorry. The cheeses then, or whatever they are. The wandering horde is undead.
Yeah, or one of the
So-
undead options. Because it's got Khemri on it.
Right.
It's got werewolves.
Right. Hope you're well on this 4th. I'm good. Finished Final Fantasy VII yesterday. The first one or the remake? Two vastly different games. One has way too many bosses. The other has too few.
Oh, Savnor Inepts. Ooh, that's a good pass. You know, one of these days I'll get around to beating Final Fantasy VII. Probably right after I start playing it.
Oh, man. So I have a memory card somewhere from the PS1 era that has a save file right before the final battle. And I could never beat it. And by that point, you can't go back to try to grind levels. That's the only option. And I'm just like,
You know, the original is good. But yeah.
yeah.
Sephiroth. Dun dun dun.
They should release another game with him in it. The original, I laughed, I cried, it moved me. I spent so long trying so many different ways to trying to save Aerith. Like going in, I knew there was next to no way, but I tried
Yeah, but
everything.
everybody's cousin had something who everybody had a friend whose cousin's brother did something amazing.
There was always a way, a story.
Hope.
The closest was using a game. So the closest thing you could do was use a Game Shark and hack the game code, and then you'd have her for the rest of the game again. But she didn't have any reactions to any storyline. She never says anything again.
And she's never going to level again?
No, she levels.
Oh. Just no new gear?
No new gear. I mean, you're using her to go strict magic.
Yeah. Of course, I want to... Okay. I kind of want to see what happens if you power level her to 99 before she dies.
You'd think that would affect Sephiroth's level at the end of the game. Like, you have this level 99 character, and she can one-hit the boss.
You can't one-hit Sephiroth even at max level doing max damage.
First time through?
Oh, I mean, when you finally face him. Like at the end of the game. Like, I watched my buddy beat Sephiroth in 2 rounds of combat. But, like...
That's a lot of Knights of the Round being cast.
Yeah, pretty much. He Knights of the Round and combined it with triple. And then he had Mimic combined with triple, and then Mimic combined with double. And so, after 2 rounds of combat, he had cast Knights of the Realm 1, 2, 3, 8 times. So 16 casts of Knights of the Realm, and Sephiroth fell down. Yeah.
That is so fucking dumb on a numbers level.
Yeah, well, he did it.
Like,
and it
Final
worked.
Fantasy got way out of hand with their numbers.
Mm-hmm.
They kept the leveling system the same, but they had increased the amount of XP that you would need to gain those levels, and everything just started being worth more and more XP.
Yeah.
I killed him with a counterattack. It was self-defense. Was thinking of playing either Crash Bandicoot or Ratchet and Clank, but I'm not sure. I heard as far as platformers go that Crash Bandicoot is one of the best and most challenging platformers that you could pick up.
You know, Crash Bandicoot is an amazing game, and I highly recommend you play it. There, I said it.
Okay. It's not like it's a controversial kind of thought to have.
It is. Some people really don't like Alice. Well, Brain Beetle is injured. And the ball bounces. Oh, he lost a point of strength.
No long-term effect.
Yeah, this thing's will never be used again.
Never.
Never, 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 never. Ooh!
Then I'll take the recommendation and run with it.
No! No!
That's Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, yeah. Don't run with it. You'll fall down.
Light jog.
Yeah, light
Watch
jog.
for pits.
Light jog. Crash Bandicoot is a game where you gotta I mean, well, no. Yeah, you really got it's not Mario, man. You gotta slow down for that one.
It's not Sonic.
You gotta
definitely slow down.
You
Just
gotta
pump the
measure the
brakes.
jumps every now and then. I mean, unless a big rock is chasing you, and then run like a sumbitch. I think that's the 3rd level where the big rock chases you.
Wiki videos are your friend.
Yeah, yeah. I think the rats. You're running the wrong way, rat.
Gingerly step 1 foot at the time.
You know, that's a good way to get through the opening levels. And the late levels.
Just remember, the programmers are out to get you.
And the mid levels.
And the programmers want to see your character dead. Badly.
Yeah. You know, honestly, I've always wanted to design a video game so engrossing and so challenging that instead of rage quitting, people just break their controllers.
I made a Mario level like that once. It was an underwater level. Precision swimming. One wrong move and you're dead.
Before you're allowed to post those, don't you have to beat them?
Yep.
Did you create a hidden door?
No.
Oh, you actually beat it
Yes. Uh-huh.
All right.
And since I took detailed pictures of it,
Mm-hmm.
because I've already built it twice, I can actually build and upload it again on Mario Maker 2.
All right.
Make a Star Wars game. Someone will undoubtedly be mad.
That's low-hanging fruit.
Ha! Make a video game based off of new Star Trek.
Here's the thing. Like, let's say I won way too much money. Like, you know, I could do anything I wanted. Stupid money, right?
Right.
Okay. I would make an MMO.
Buy estate level money.
I would have an MMO made where, like, the first, like, let's say 60 levels, fine, no problem. It's like a basic MMO.
But once you hit endgame content, it's permadeath. Yeah, permadeath. After end, like once you hit level 60, like different parts of the worlds open up, and let's say the map is red, and if your character dies in a red area of the map, your character is just dead. But like that's the only place you can get like
The good stuff.
like the best loot in the game.
Do you risk it for the biscuit or not?
Yeah.
Do you have enough gear to make it or not? Did you save up and go to the innkeeper and buy a bunch of health potions or not?
Did you prep for this shit? Like, we're doing a Friday guild run. Where? The red zone. Oh.
My grandmother's sick. I got to help her.
Yeah. Oh, I can't play that night. I can see that working well since people like pain. Yeah, people do like pain for some reason.
They got something to prove, and then their guys die. Oh man, PvP in those areas.
Oh man, open up PvP red zones.
Yeah.
Permadeath area. Oh
Yeah.
man, I could see that so well.
But I'd make them really small so you don't have jackasses constantly hunting players.
No, the whole point is like that is in-game content. You're already like the greatest.
You're bored already.
You're bored already. Like
It's this or death.
like if you
Make
found
it count.
if you found that area, nobody can call you a noob. Like you literally found the red zone, no one's allowed to call you a noob. Like you can't get to the red zone unless you're level 60. Right? That's what I want.
I would want to program so that once you got there, past a certain point, it randomly generates more red zone past it. So if your character wants to literally go off into the sunset, away from civilization and everything else in the red zone,
Yeah.
they could.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, it could work. The other idea I had is to have like the original idea was like pre-post game content you play inside a city, but like the city itself, the map of that city itself would be like as large and expansive as, let's say, an actual city floor plan of London or New York. Like,
Right.
it actually is as big as a large city is supposed to be, and players can play in it and have all kinds of adventures. And the MMO happens inside the city. It's a fantasy city-based MMO. And yeah, you can have all your regular MMO plans because it can be named Danger Zone.
I think
But
that's
if you leave-
copyrighted by like 3 different people.
But if your character leaves the city and dies, it's permadeath. Just like, a little thing that comes up and says, "Warning: if your character dies outside the city gates, it cannot be resurrected."
You know what I would do?
Hmm.
Okay, so I would make sure there's something like a resurrection potion.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid. You can make them stupid expensive if you want. But
Someone's got to actually drag your body back to city.
someone has to take the potion and choose to dump it on a random tombstone left forever in the game world. Unless you delete the account.
Well, I was thinking better. Okay, no. Somebody actually has to drag your body back to the resurrection station inside town. But they have like 30 minutes to get you there, so that way you can't just go get your old character, run out and get your body.
No, I'd allow for that.
Or
I mean,
better
that's
yet,
more-
we
that's
can
more
let
time
the
to spend.
permadeath stand and stop finding ways around it.
I just thought it would be a fun idea.
I think it's a funner idea to have permadeath zones that actually
okay, so
permadeath.
so I know, but
Instead of
imagine.
permadeath, but maybe if.
Okay, but if you're playing it right, listen, hear me out. You die way out in the permadeath zone,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh man, and you basically shelve that character because by the time you get a character that can go all the way out there, you already have replaced all the cool gear that character had. You log in one day and suddenly the tombstone is gone. Someone rezzed your character out of nowhere.
No. What I would think, though, would be really great is if somebody's character dies out there in the middle of nowhere, like killed by a monster or whatnot,
Uh-huh.
then a tomb would be surrounded by it, and the treasure inside that tomb would be whatever that adventure was carrying.
And every adventurer that dies inside that tomb,
The treasure just grows.
The treasure just grows, yeah, until like eventually somebody makes it through.
If it grows so big, suddenly the boss is some kind of dragon.
Yeah.
And the bigger the horde, the more powerful the dragon.
Yeah, exactly. That would be great. I would love that. Oh, the Rat Ogre gets to do something! And the Rat Ogre does... well, it does a push. You re-rolled a push? You have Frenzy, it's fine!
Unless you used it already. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention.
He just re-rolled and got Loner. But meanwhile, he's got Strip
There's the
Ball
second
and
one,
Frenzy.
and there
He
you
had
go.
no reason to re-roll that. He had to...
He's got one re-roll a turn, so I mean...
Yeah, but he had no reason to re-roll a double arrows. There was literally nothing wrong with his roll. There was no danger. He had Frenzy, so he got to hit again. He has more moves to make. He just chose...
Oh, he's got that guy open that he can go and pick up the ball with.
Yeah. He just chose for some reason to do a re-roll with a charging Rat Ogre with double arrows.
That's what Brian Boitano would do.
That is what Brian Boitano would do. You gonna get that Dark Elf out of there before he gets punched by that? Nope. Okay, it's a throw.
Risk it for the biscuit. Oh!
Oh!
That's a turnover.
Turnover.
And that guy will...
And it may, you know what? It may or may not be a touchdown because we do have a.
Oh, he's going to dodge out.
AG4. So
Yeah.
it's prehensile tail makes it a 3-up check with a free reroll. So yeah, he's
Told
fine.
you.
We got
It's
a
just-
touchdown.
It's just the kind of bullshit I'm used to seeing, you know?
I mean, it's a simple 3-up dodge with a free reroll. It's not hard.
What is up, Studio Cat? Studio Cat, brought to you live. They're going to see your tail.
But no, I would love to build that game. I wouldn't want to play in it.
See, that's how you make your real money. Buy a resurrection potion, but it costs you like $29.99 real world money.
Oh!
Yeah, you could have all your cool shit back, save all that time. Or you can build a new character and hope someone's generous.
Well, I love the idea of resurrection potions.
I know it ruins the idea of the whole permadeath.
Yeah. Now
I
that
like
that
the
being
dragon
said,
horror.
yeah, I could see having resurrection potions in town. Like maybe your character takes like a week to resurrect, unless you have a potion.
Right. 99 cents. Buy a bundle. For $40, you could get 36 resurrection tokens.
Well, how long does it take for your character to resurrect? Number of minutes.
Instantaneous.
It's the number of minutes times your level.
Buy them tokens. Boitano is an unfair comparison. He did so much. Yeah. I remember when he stopped the Huns.
Honey, please.
No.
I don't know what you're referring to.
South Park the movie.
I remember
Bigger,
South Park
longer,
the
and
movie.
uncut.
Yeah. Oh,
Brian
I saw
Boitano's song.
I saw the small shortcut version.
They never circumcised South Park.
Says you. I saw.
Okay, there was one
I
pan
saw it on
episode.
network television.
Fought grizzly bears.
Well, who hasn't? I fought a grizzly bear last week. His name was. Never mind.
You were going to say his name was Roger, weren't you?
Yeah, I bet. Fireworks are going strong outside. Meanwhile, we're waiting. Dude, set up your team already. Who's supposed to be kick the ball now?
The guys who didn't make the touchdown.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it was the undead that was to kick the ball, wasn't it?
Yes.
I honestly have no idea who Brian Boitano is.
Figure skater from the 80s.
Doesn't help much.
That's all That's all I really know.
I didn't watch a lot of figure skating in the 80s, so it wasn't really my thing.
I didn't like sitting through it, but I had to because, parents.
I got into figure skating in the 90s. I thought it looked cool. And then it really got cool when that one lady decided to kneecap her friend. Hi,
Super interesting. Welcome to the world of professional sports.
Kneecap, cock.
I know this game. It's Blood Bowl.
Oh, the Heat. What did the Heat do to us? The Heat, well, okay.
Did nothing. Dome.
Oh, I must have missed that.
I mean, it's still hot outside, but dome.
Yeah. Oh, stick around after... Oh, he was a 3-time Olympic champ. Wow. Actually, that is fairly impressive. After Blood Bowl, I'm going to turn on my poker game and open up my legendary loot crate that I upgraded throughout the week.
Legendary loot crate. Only on Blood Bowl.
I'm hoping to get a gold suit.
Gold suit?
Well, I've been wearing the blue suit you get for free as a PlayStation Plus member, but like every other PlayStation Plus member is wearing the same blue suit.
Because no one wants to drop money on clothing or cosmetics.
Well, nobody wants to spend the 100,000 whatever in-game money for it.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a bragging right, but
seeing as how most people are spending in-game money to upgrade their table items, because your clothing doesn't give you points when you're playing, but your table
it just makes you look cool.
Because your table items, ooh, that was a nice run through. But like every hour they have a different event. Like if Fight Club is going on,
right.
You happen to have a weapon on the table in front of you, then all of the points you get for like what you do gets doubled. Or if it's happy hour and you have a drink in front of you, then all that stuff gets doubled. But they only last for 20 hands per, and after 20 hands you got to pay to, re-up it. So I just never use them. They just sit there in my inventory forever. Full.
5 Olympic medals, 3 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze. Well, he must have really fucked up with that bronze. Unless it was an improvement. If the bronze was first, then that shows progress.
But if the bronze was last, it means he should have quit last year.
Right.
Yeah. Don't you hate it when Olympic figure skaters just go 1 year longer than they should?
You can almost see the wrinkles flapping in the breeze when they're doing the spinning.
Yeah, it was last.
Sorry, kid, you peaked. Congratulations, here's your medals and a used car dealership. Good luck.
Well, I don't want to run used car dealership.
That's
all
professional
right,
sports.
Well, then, here's your Mickey Mouse costume for your ice-capades, then. I don't know what you want from us, dude. Frenzy, dodge, strip ball. Fuck that up. Oh, did he just catch his own ball after a strip ball? I can't tell. No. The ball got stripped and then landed in his... Oh, no. Oh, he has sure hands. So the strip ball isn't doing shit. That's what happened.
That is what happened. Hey, where are you going, kitty?
The cat is leaving you.
We're safe here. There's no explosions here. Fine.
All the fun explosions are going on outside.
Well, they're not fun for everyone.
Yeah, I'm aware. Currently, my brother is lighting off about $300 worth of fireworks at his house. I'm watching fantasy football because it's Monday, and I don't care what holiday it is. Monday Night Blood Bowl.
Only on Cabal Vision with the OrKK.
Sponsored by OrKK.
I would have loved to see an NES version of this game.
Oh, God.
Could you imagine a remake of this?
No. Honestly, though, like... what?
Super Nintendo could have pulled it off.
Possibly. I just remember playing Tecmo Bowl. Tecmo Bowl was hard enough to play. I am happy that sports games have evolved as they have over time. Because the only sports games I actually actively remember playing is the first Tecmo Bowl and the first Double Dribble.
I remember playing both those games, but the fondest sports games that I have ever played was Ken Griffey Jr. Presents Major League Baseball on the Super Nintendo. Winning Run to a lesser extent, but...
I never had a baseball game.
Oh, I did.
See, well,
That was
baseball
like-
was my favorite sport growing up. My father preferred basketball and football, so I got basketball and football video games.
And the other one from the same era, NBA Jam.
Never played that.
Oh, 2-on-2 basketball.
NFL Blitz on the N64.
Oof. Okay, but the cool thing about NFL Blitz is you could take your 64 memory cartridge to an arcade, plug it in, and all of your stats and whatnot from home carry over into the arcade game.
All right. Speaking of
The
we
arcade game?
speaking of arcade games and stats and moving things around.
He's got to re-roll it or end the turn.
Yep. Oh, I hope you make it. Oh, good.
There we
pass.
go. Come on.
And the catch. Oh,
Yeah!
he caught it.
He's out of there.
He's out of there.
It's dodge out time.
The initial D arcade machine. Because you get a ticket that saves all your data.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want one. Not a ticket. I want the entire fucking machine.
It'd be a bit extra, but if we're doing it in like a place of business, we link up 3 or 4 machines, right? And we get the machine that makes the cards.
Yeah. Except for I didn't want to put it in a place of business. I just wanted to have it in my apartment.
But by putting it in a place of business, we can go and see it.
By putting it in my apartment, I can also go and see it. Like in my apartment, when I get home, I can sit in it and go.
They would take up your entire. Those things are big.
I don't own a bed. I could just sleep in it. It's not like I haven't slept in a car before.
It's not a real car.
Which means it'll probably be more comfortable to sleep in.
No.
Especially, I can design my own chair. I can replace the chair in it with the chair from a Corolla, and next thing you know, just it'll be fine.
Okay. So, in the eyes of the law,
Yeah,
if you're drunk or high while playing an arcade game
yeah,
with the full steering wheel pedal setup,
yeah.
can you be issued a DUI?
No, you are not driving a motor vehicle under the influence. You're operating a video game. And there is no law against playing video games drunk or high. No, they definitely did not get saved by the roof.
Huh. Weird. I wonder why.
Because apparently there is no roof. It's just
But look, the
didn't
dome
affect
is on
them
the
last
thingy.
time. That's not a dome. That's
The red?
Magic Dome. The weather always starts as nice, and the changing weather kickoff event is canceled. Huh.
See?
That's weird. Now how do I get... Oh, that's how I get rid of that.
I want an arcade machine for Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's a good one. I have that on the Dreamcast. Oh, I should pull out my Dreamcast. God damn it, Will.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo is the only one I would get it. Oh, no. Soul Blade. I would get Soul Edge.
I saw Soul Edge, an actual Japanese version of Soul Edge, a few months ago.
Oh.
Or weeks ago.
I want that. The bowling alley I grew
So
up in had
cool.
the bowling alley I grew up in had a Soul Edge cabinet. That's where I got first introduced to the franchise. That's where I first found Seong Mina. And my other favorite character,
Uh,
Li Long. Li Long was killed out of the
we
franchise.
had it at my shop. Oh, speaking of shops, I wonder how much work and money it would take to get that arcade game off of the one in Olympia or in Lacey.
Oh,
The X-Men cabinet.
oh,
Set it up at the shop.
I don't think she'll ever sell it. Also, I found out we actually cannot have arcades in our arcade machines in our shop according to the mall's lease.
Right.
The real reason why the arcade got kicked out of the mall a while back is not because they weren't cleaning up after themselves. It's because Chuck E. Cheese has a clause in the contract stating that they will be the only arcade in the mall.
Oof.
Yeah. So,
I want to buy the mall and cancel their contract. Be like, yo, Cheddar, I'll cut your rent, but you know what? Here's what we want.
yeah.
This is what we're going to do. You got the name brand, they don't. People are coming to you anyway. Also get better fucking games.
I wonder how much stock of Chuck E. Cheese you'd have to buy in order just to make them sell decent pizza.
Whoa!
Well, he just stole that
60%.
fucking ball. I mean, okay.
That gives majority.
Well, I'm wondering what the stock of Chuck E. Cheese is worth currently.
Oh, let's look it up. Let's ask Google.
They took Tilt away. It was a good arcade, even had
Chips made fresh.
Yeah.
Let's see how much it's going to take to take down Charles E. Cheese.
Like, if they just served better pizza, I would go there. Or had actual arcade machines that weren't just ticket producers. I don't mind ticket producers at arcades, but I do want
Yeah, I mean, that's
other
like
games.
90% of their stuff. You get maybe 1 or 2 arcade games.
Yeah.
I remember when they had Jurassic Park in there. Oh my god, it's so fun. I want a Jurassic Park cabinet. Because it has like the rumbling Jeep seat and everything. It's
You know, the
so
only thing I
cool.
want more than that is that X-Wing. Or the TIE Fighter one, that old TIE Fighter. Never mind.
Charlemagne E. Cheese.
Oh. Oh.
But there was another machine they had that was really cool, called a sumo ball.
Oh, wow, that's worth quite a bit, actually.
Yeah,
Oh, it's because it's owned by another company that actually does well.
yeah, it's almost $54 US
Per share.
per share.
Well, per.
Yeah, their stock is going up.
No, that's sad face.
Dude, if we could do
Well,
their
every time I
job
walk-
better and have more... Oh, you know what
Every
we
time
do?
I walk into Chuck E. Cheese, I'm like, how are you still open? You look like you're dead in here every single time I walk in.
I know the play.
Huh.
Here's the play.
Waiting.
We first we hit the lottery.
Sure.
We buy them all.
Yeah.
We break their leases with Chuck E. Cheese if they don't want to play by our rules.
Yeah.
And then when Chuck E. says "Nah," and decides to cut and run, we get a Dave & Buster's. We just reach out and be like, "Hey, we got this primo spot that the cheeses left us. We want."
Or we can take Will's word idea and just call it Charlemagne cheese, and just like
Too close to the thing to confuse the consumers, we'd be hit with a lawsuit faster than you can say Fremunda.
yeah, they do live by birthday party money. That's the problem.
Yep.
So we have to destroy all their birthday parties first. Okay, here's the idea. We just get a shit ton of people to start going to every Chuck E. Cheese. We'll just dress as the scariest clowns ever with balloons and just waving through the windows at all the kids.
We'll just send in Frenchie and Knuckles.
Frenchie and Knuckles! Because I would assume
We'd
that
send
them-
Talkie, but he talks too much.
I would assume that serving pizza that tastes like cardboard would have killed their business model, but apparently that is their business model.
But here's the thing. That's not what saves them. What saves them is the amount of beer they sell to Dad to put up with having to be at Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, they sell beer now, don't they?
They have... Okay. I was shocked that you could not get beer at any of the at Chuck E. Cheese in Alaska, because I always could I always saw that you were able to get beer at Chuck E. Cheese in Washington and California.
Mm-hmm. You know what I miss, though? Because you brought up Dave & Buster's. But there is a pizza arcade restaurant that shut down years ago. And I miss it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It just
Pizza and pipes.
use plague rats.
Pizza and pipes. They had a big organ in the center, and every 30 minutes, like bubbles would come out of it when it played.
I know how we do it. I know what we replaced the Chuck E. Cheese with.
Huh.
An 80s themed restaurant. So it's pizza and burgers, but then you have all the arcade machines.
Yeah, it's the 80 themed. It's
Like the 50s diner.
Yeah, it's the 80s.
Yeah.
It's the 80s themed arcade restaurant. You've been floating past me for 25 years. It's not
Yeah.
a sudden great idea.
It's a sudden great idea.
It's the same sudden great idea you've been talking about for 25 years. It's neither sudden. I mean, okay, it's great, but it's not sudden. Okay, Will's never heard it before.
See?
And probably
It's new to
neither
Will.
has either of the two people we're currently watching. But meanwhile, the timer has run out, my friends. It is time to move forward with this game. Oh, by the way, it tastes amazing if you want to try it.
Yeah.
It really worked this time. I don't know what I did different. Might have been soaking the noodles. Might have been putting cheese sauce in between every layer of noodles. That probably helped too.
God, last time it was like chewing on flour-flavored cardboard.
Yeah, this time it's delicious. Like the cheese got into all the noodles and everything. It was great.
It still looks questionable.
It's not.
Well, it cuts.
It cuts. Yeah, the last time I tried to use plague rats, it didn't work out. Mostly because apparently the GW really nerfed the plague rats. I'm waiting on the new Skaven book to come out. I need round bases. I have to fix that. I need so many round bases. This match is still at 0. If the match hasn't restarted by the time you're back with food, I say we bounce out and find and move on with the format.
Yeah. I mean, it's the first half, isn't it?
No, we're now into the second half.
And it froze.
Yeah, kickoff. Well, it's setup.
Bitches love setup.
Well, these bitches don't love setup. Can you turn off my alarm?
Time to feed the starter?
Yes. And instead of eating over the sink, get back in here.
That's where the potatoes are.
God damn it. Alright. I quit replay. We are now moving on to the second part of the show.
Oh, there's my vape pen.
Alright.
It is a little spongy.
Yes. I didn't say it was perfect, but it is better. So who are the Amazons playing today? Will's word, who are the Amazons playing today?
Still want to do that fantasy podcast from the beginning to Sigmar.
Hell yeah! You just gotta
You gotta do it in the quiet NPR voice.
yeah, you also gotta get a hold of me and tell me when you want to do it. Orcs.
Orkazons?
Is it square? There it goes.
Your mom's square.
Let's do the 1-1. Maybe.
Well, there's the 1-1 in the corner, and then there's the 1-1 at the bottom.
Or
I'm free on Fridays.
well, I work now. Got a job.
Get a gerb! Gerbs!
Which And I get off work at 5 in Tacoma.
Five o'clock Tacoma time.
Which is like, gives me about 45 minutes to get home before the gunshots start. Free, not really ever. I'm free most evenings, except for Sunday and Monday. Sunday and Monday, I'm not free for nothing or nobody. Let loose the poodles of war.
Good.
Because Sunday, I play Legend of the Five Rings online. Also, I'm traveling about an hour and a half from one city to another. And actually, Sunday morning I'd be good too. But I don't think you are. And then Monday, well, I mean, Monday is when I celebrate the Sabbath and I don't leave the house. Oh, Amazon's got a chainsaw!
Chainsaw is on.
Chainsaw! Looks like they induced the poor bastard. Flick! Alright, we're watching the Amazons today. And I wish them the best of luck.
Amazon's on, cameras on.
Well, the camera's on the Amazon.
Oh, there's the water. Hey, it's the Thundercats.
Oh, one thing I will need to start purchasing when I have a little bit of extra money thanks to having a job. Bluetooth cameras. It's time to get that model built.
Thundercats are on the loose.
I never watched Thundercats.
Thundercats are loose.
I never watched Thundercats. I wasn't allowed.
Thundercats was awesome.
I wasn't allowed to watch most cartoons growing up.
Most cartoons were awesome.
Yeah, I know. I missed them all. Thank you. I was allowed to watch... none of the cartoons I was allowed to watch are ones I remember enjoying. Quick snap!
The 80s got so many weird ones.
Well, of course they did. I do remember one growing up. It was like I was like 4 or 5, 3 or 4, something like that. It was a big mecha anime. That's all I remember. And looking back, I remember enough of it that I know for a fact that it doesn't look like anything anybody's shown me since. That's all I know. Couldn't tell you the day of the week it was on. I was like 4.
Thundercats was fun. Looney Tunes was a grand musical bash.
Yeah. Speaking of which, still looking for that video game. Which is becoming more and more frustrating as I realize that, okay, I knew it was going to be hard to find because it is neither interesting nor rare. But I didn't think it would be this fucking hard to find. But if anybody has a line on Looney Tunes Racing... It's kart racing, like Mario Kart, only you throw angles at people and like, yeah. And like you get Tchaikovsky's Overture as your race music instead of,
Mario, whatever.
Yeah, instead of the same fucking Mario music you've been hearing your entire life, now it's the same Tchaikovsky you've been listening to your entire fucking life. Which honestly I think I prefer. I got the ball!
Unpopular opinion, but if we got an arcade, I would. I want a copy of Michael Jackson's Moonwalker in there.
Sure.
It's fucking weird. Have you ever played it?
No.
You play as Michael Jackson.
I'm aware.
In one of 3 outfits.
I'm aware. I just never played it.
Oh.
All my friends at school constantly talked about it, but my family was poor.
I dumped a couple dollars in it before.
Mm-hmm.
Amen to that. It was crazy. It was funny. It was right before all the sex allegations, but right after the Pepsi stuff.
Yeah.
Like
when his hair burst on fire, yeah.
And You had to save these little kids and Jangles the monkey. Or I think it was Jangles or
His monkey's name was Chips.
Bubbles.
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 Yeah,
the monkey.
Bubbles.
Yeah, you'd have to run up and you'd have to use Michael to grab the kids, and they go, "Wow, thanks, Michael," and run up the screen.
Was it the same 3 kids from the TV special?
Uh-uh.
Did you never watch Moonwalker the movie?
Uh-uh.
Oh my God! You never watch? He turns into a giant robot.
Hey, he does that in the game!
He does it in the movie.
Okay.
Understand that the movie is weird. Do you ever dance?
Yes, it's a special attack that kills all the enemies on the screen.
Do you have to dance with a giant claymation bunny? Is there a giant claymation bunny as a bad guy?
I mean, that's what I'm trying to remember. Let me look that up really quick.
Transformer! No, that's a copyright infringement. You have a lightsaber? No, that's a copyright infringement. I have a psionic vorpal blade. Come forth, little chainsaw dude! Fuck him up! Wow. Protect the... Okay, and then you move the ball carrier out of... Your ball carrier was protected where she was, my friend.
Yes, she was.
And now he's on his ass. Now she's on her ass. Well, a different one. You failed to dodge? So now what you're telling me is... Okay, I'm never going to play it, though. Like, I've never been a video game nerd. So I'm not the guy who buys classic video games to play them.
Okay.
I just want to watch somebody play it. I watch a lot of... When somebody told me that there was, like...
I don't think there is, but I can't find anything that lists the bosses.
You know, it's like, as much as I love watching people play video games, you'd think I would enjoy watching streams more. But the problem is that, like, I can't yell at streamers. Like, go back, look left, what's that over there? I can't sit on the couch next to them and, like, get in their way with my arm and be like, what's this over there? And, like, I can't do that to streamers. Because they're in different rooms, in different, like, locations and shit.
Right.
That's just, takes all the fun out of sitting in a room watching someone playing a video game. If
It's like watching people try to win it at Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy.
Yeah. Like sometimes I want a backseat video game, and I can't do that when I'm watching you play on the internet because physics. See, right now I would have told that person not to GFI that shit, and they would have done it anyways.
Jeez, our studio's popular tonight.
I'm just stunned that shit worked. Didn't work. Well, the ball's on the ground, and I think the orcs are going to walk over and take it.
I wonder why Thundercats never got an arcade game.
Why would you play an arcade game called Thundercats?
Because it would be clearly based off of the TV show.
Yeah, but nobody watched it.
Huh. You got enough people watched it that it got a revival series in 2011. And it was actually really well done, but apparently it was low enough in ratings.
Well, I mean,
because people are cowards.
What's that one that the eldest watched a lot? Like the...
Voltron?
Yeah, Voltron got a redo. I mean, that was crap, too.
Voltron... God, there's been so many relaunches of Voltron. The only real good one that I've seen was the... it was the one Netflix put out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that and... I have seen one better version of Voltron than the Netflix version.
Power Rangers is not a version of Voltron.
No, the Robot Chicken one.
Oh, the dance off.
The dance off. Yeah, the dance off.
God, that episode's so old.
Yeah, that show is so old. Robot Chicken is an old show.
It's still on the air. It's like the Gilligan's Island of Adult Swim.
Well, I mean, understand that... Okay, so
I
here's...
would have liked an extra season of Space Ghost, though. One.
There's no reason to cancel a show anymore. There's no competition. for new shows anymore. New shows go on streaming platforms. Do you think The Simpsons has been on the air this long because it's good? No, they had nothing to replace it with. You know, like, should we replace The Simpsons and replace it with what?
Venture Bros is getting a revival. I heard it's getting a movie to finish out the storylines they had intended.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of rumors about. You know what? If you can bring me any proof that Venture Brothers is getting more episodes,
We'll be happy.
I will be ecstatic. Like, proper, because the Venture Brothers is.
Show them your ecstatic face. See? You'll get to see that if you can find proof.
I do love me some Venture Brothers. My only problem with Venture Brothers is it's impossible to turn into a roleplay game because the world building does make no sense.
So,
Unless,
big eyes, small mouth.
the world building itself is just weird. Unless, of course, the League of Calamitous Intent is a CIA cover to keep all the villains in check. Like, that's the only way it makes sense. Because otherwise, why would the federal government let this shit carry on?
To control all the mad scientists.
You think the
And
villains
the superheroes and the villains. It's all orchestrated.
proof?
Yeah, you know, like the unconfirmed rumor of the week. Which, by the way, I have one.
Oh, what do you got for us this week?
Well, GW is looking at relaunching Blood Bowl again in 2023, but this time everything's going to be on square bases, requiring new product to be purchased in order to continue playing the game.
Or you could just rebase them.
Yeah, but they're still making money because you got to buy the square bases.
Can you confirm this rumor?
Absolutely not.
That's the unconfirmed rumor.
Of the week. Brought to you by OrKK.
Brought to you by OrKK, the brand you believe in. Remember, if you need it to work, think OrKK. Meanwhile, there's a stun.
And beware of the copyright infringers. There's this new OrKK knockoff, but they spell everything with C's.
Oh.
Like heathens.
Also, their stuff doesn't work when you think of. Their stuff doesn't work right when you think about it wrong.
Well,
Like our stuff,
it is the
like,
great value brand of OrKK.
It is the great value. Yeah. Well, I mean, just remember when thinking OrKK, remember OrKK.
There will be a movie-length special as a series finale. James Urbaniak,
We knew about that.
as of May 13th. Yeah. But, I mean, that's not really a revival. That's a finishing off. A love letter to the fans. Thanks. So long and thanks for all the fish.
Like, I would love more actual episodes.
Like a season. It's not
Yeah.
much, but still hope.
Yeah.
I think they're going to kill off the Venture Brothers, honestly.
Oh, I hope. Or Brock.
Ooh.
It's time for Brock to die.
Or retire.
Brock deserves a warrior's death.
I'd rather see Brock end with true love.
You think him and Cock T should finally get together?
No. Him and that, and the Wonder Woman allegory from the last season.
I forget what her name is. I'd like to see him with Cock T's, though. If you could just,
They're too different.
get in there.
And besides, she chose to marry Monstroso.
That could have fallen apart.
Nah.
Oh! No, I forget her name. The Wonder Woman equivalent.
Well, I mean, she was only around for a season.
I only remember her from an episode.
Warrior Anna.
Oh, yeah, Oriana. Oh, yeah, because she was all, like, Norwegian and shit.
Well,
She had a flying goat.
yeah.
Hey, yes,
I think she was supposed to be Greek.
No, the
because
flying
she
goat
referred-
is- Flying goat is Norse, though.
But she referred to him as young Heracles.
Oh, yeah,
Which is
she
Greek.
did, didn't she? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Good times.
Good times!
Good times and bad times, all on the Blood Bowl pitch. Praise Knuckle.
Son of a Blood Bowl.
Son of a Blood Bowl.
Son of a Blood Bowl.
Now the thing is I've been streaming poker on YouTube as well, but I've been doing it on the same like profile I use for Blood Bowl. And my profile name is All Hail Nuffle because I love Blood Bowl. Now the problem is that I'm playing poker with that profile name, and sometimes I wonder how many people wonder what the fuck Nuffle is.
No idea.
Especially when I'm winning hand after fucking hand. Also, like, come join me when I'm playing poker, too, because that shit's fun. Also, he's going to be doing Minecraft on this channel as well. What are you working on Minecraft currently?
Oh, it's a giant monument to Technoblade.
You've been, what, like 20, 30 hours into it so far?
Oh, no, not that many. That's about how long it's going to take me to finish the whole thing out. So far, I think I'm up to 9 to 12 hours.
Okay. Yeah.
But there's also smoke breaks in there, and getting distracted and looking around, making sure everything looks good, symmetry fixing, that sort of thing.
Yeah, of course. That's all part of the process.
But it's coming along, and you can follow along on my YouTube channel, Maze Plays. I think it's just under Maze right now. There's been some branding issues.
Yeah.
Because the email addresses and the Gmail connectivity to YouTube, it's weird.
Which is actually why I considered just moving it all over the Blood Bowl channel.
Right.
That way, because we already got we got a lot of people already subscribed to this channel. Like, we still haven't hit the paywall, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We could definitely use it. Because I don't know if people unsubscribe, or if the rumor that YouTube unsubscribes people is true, but we lost 9 subscribers.
Mm.
And I'm hoping people didn't unsubscribe, because it's not like our format changed in any way.
Right. We didn't say anything controversial yet.
No.
This year.
I mean, no. I mean, if we did, honestly, I really don't care so much. If people don't like me, that's fine. Meanwhile, I think she's going to score this turn, assuming she makes that dodge out.
I think they're going to make that dodge out.
I don't know.
I do. They're saving it for the last thing that they're going to do. They have one last reroll. It's going to be their make it or break it moment for the half.
If she has dodge, you don't get to use that reroll anyways.
Does she have dodge?
I don't know. Every time I go up to check, I get pulled into a roll.
Oh, she's going to blitz him.
Oh, but she's got block. He doesn't, but she has...
And she's still got the breakaway roll.
Nice. And we got a score for Ania Alcipe?
I don't know.
Ooh, hello, Bridget. I know she's fake and digital, but I'd still put my penis in her.
She's digital, and she's fake. There's nothing for you to put a penis in.
I'm aware. I'm just saying I would. The fact that it's impossible to prove means you can't disprove it.
There's nothing under there.
I'm not saying it'd be easy. It's like getting your character resurrected in the red zone.
You kids these days in your red zones.
Just waiting for that email to the developers. Can I have my character back? No.
Limited time only res chips. $299.99.99.
Oh, it's so messed up.
Pay to win. You want your character back? $300 US.
Oh, and you have to find your body. And there's no maps in the red zone. Get the ref!
God, we'd get so rich doing that. $300 res tokens.
Yeah.
I spent 70... I put over 7,000 hours into this character. This is highway robbery. Well,
Shouldn't have got robbed on the highway.
Starting a new character is free.
Yeah. It only takes you 2.5 years to get to end game content.
We only need 1,000 people to buy it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you would need a. Yeah, I need that lottery investment to come through so I can do stupid shit like that.
That's probably winning like 3 or 4 lotteries. Like, I mean, what developer would be able to handle doing that? I mean, you'd have to basically go to Microsoft, because chances are Microsoft owns them, whoever they happen to be.
Well, no, you see that at that point I would just like hire developers.
That's what I'm saying. Microsoft owns like a lot of them now.
There's other developers out there. You find somebody who made a great indie game you like the look of, you call them up, you say, hey, I got a shit ton of money. Or like, I don't know, go to a convention and start meeting people, or who the fuck knows? Or like, I don't know, Craigslist. I don't know.
As soon as we're talking about like lottery level winnings to fund something like this, we're talking about big league developers.
Yeah.
Guys who will A, get it done,
Yeah.
B, generally get it done right,
Yeah.
and C, get us money back
Yeah.
and make a profit.
Yeah.
Which is great, because then we can turn around and do another Peter Griffin moment.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, the second you do that, they're going to want to have input. And I just finished having a 20-minute argument with you about how much I would want to keep permadeath in.
Which is fine. I was just looking at another way to make money off of it.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to have some big developer saying, about this permadeath thing.
No, this would be something that we come out from the start and say.
Yeah.
Each year, we have only X amount of resurrection tokens.
And they go up for sale on the auction boards.
Yes.
Oh.
15% of proceeds go to whatever charity we're sad about at the moment.
See, the other thing I would want to do if I had the kind of money, time, energy to make my own proper
intrigue.
MMO adventure game,
Right.
is I would want to have 0 microtransaction capabilities. The only way is to grind. Like, yeah, there's loot boxes, but you can't pay money.
Everyone's a dancer.
There's literally no way to get... Yeah.
You got the reference.
No.
Star Wars Galaxy. In order to become the fastest way to become a Jedi and unlock Force powers, you have to have a max level dancer.
Huh.
Everyone was a dancer in Star Wars Galaxy.
I always went single sword. Because I figured if I ever became a Jedi, I would want to know how to use a lightsaber.
Yeah? No, you had to... Yeah, before you could make... There was a lot to do to unlock Jedi. Like, you had to really want it.
Uh-huh.
And then you're playing on hard mode because you're wanted. You don't flaunt the lightsaber.
I mean, that is kind of how I want my own adventure game to work. Like, there should become a point where your character is, killable.
Killable. Knife capades.
No, what I'm waiting for is
Stibbity-stibbity-stab.
like the game where somebody walks out of the city and they're in the red zone, and then from the city wall, like, somebody snipes them from inside the wall. You're in the PvP zone! And next thing you know, just a bunch of level 1 through level 10 characters are like firing arrows at a level 60 guy running away from the wall. And one of them finally gets that kill shot and gets all the experience points.
Oh, so they're in the outside of the PvP zone, but they're shooting in?
Yeah.
No, you gotta have it so that's not possible. Some kind of barrier. Don't be cheap.
I'm not being cheap. I'm being mean. There's a difference. I hate gamers. That's what would make me a great game developer. Is I already hate the gamers.
I don't think that would work the way you expect it to.
It would work. Gamers love being hated. Makes them feel needed inside. I think. Oh, nope. Never mind. Oh, re-roll into an arrow, so it's not too bad. Very well. I think we got blitz, pow,
Kerchow.
smack. So it looks like the orcs are just gonna walk it up to the end zone and.
Dunk it in.
Unless they walk up to the end zone and stall. Never mind, because I think we've got a...
Oh, and she had block.
Yup. Well, half the Amazons start with block.
I'm surprised the orc didn't, though.
That is an orc thrower.
Why didn't he take the arrow?
Because he probably didn't realize she had block.
Oh, yeah.
Or he was hoping to be able to blitz her off. Because he's still in a very good position to blitz surf.
Oh, I see. So he was... Yeah.
So honestly, I don't know. But I'm hoping it's because he plans on a blitz surf. Yep.
Okay, it was a strategic bull. On the uphill.
Crunch!
I'd like to see her stand up and pick up the ball and run out of there. That would be hilarious.
Well, unfortunately, they're not Skaven.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You see, this time he closed up a proper cage, so he might actually be fine for a little while.
As long as he doesn't try to stall.
Nuffle is not okay with your stalling.
If you stall, Nuffle will strike you down dead, maybe. It angers him, possibly.
I want a house rule where every round somebody hasn't scored, the crowd can throw a rock at the ball carrier, whether the ball carrier has moved towards the end zone or not, just because the crowd is getting frustrated.
Well, I mean, it'd have to be a... If you're doing the thrown rock, then it's got to follow...
I said house rule, didn't I?
I mean, I guess.
Like every round you have the ball and you haven't scored, if your opponent rolls a 6, then you get a rock thrown in your head. And every round you've had the ball and you haven't scored, you get a +1 to the roll.
Oh, so it counts down.
Yeah. So like the longer you take to score,
It starts at 6, and then it...
Yeah. Then it goes 5, 4, 3, 2. Like maybe the first round you have the ball, it doesn't count. But like, can you imagine though? Like
round
you're,
3.
you're running straight for the end zone. You're doing everything right. You're literally about to cross the end zone, and like your opponent rolls a 5.
It's kind of...
Now that's what would make the game exciting. Or maybe if you have the crowd, then you get a -1 to the roll. Like your fan factor will factor into the roll you make.
Mm.
Like maybe it's impossible to fail that check for 3 straight turns, so you don't even have to roll. Let's make the game even more complicated.
Put it on a timer.
Oh, it already is.
A timer.
Oh, the timer should be on a timer?
No, but...
Have you ever timered a timer?
Some timers are faster than others.
It's called a light clock.
By milliseconds.
Foul! Well, the foul turned into a stun. Unfortunately, it did not turn into a turnover.
Not enough sugar. Not enough dough.
Not enough sugar. Not enough dough. Not a turn. Oh, and stalling orcs.
All right, we're go bash now.
All right, we go bash now.
Welcome to Bash Club, home of the Bash Club.
How may we bash your club? I feel like I should watch Good Burger at some point in my life. I've never seen it.
I saw it once long ago, but I couldn't tell you about anything that wasn't already in the trailer.
I don't remember the trailer. All I remember is Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger.
I remember the Meteor Burger jingle at the end of it from the credits.
I remember the comedy routine it was based on.
I've never really watched a whole lot of SNL.
It wasn't on SNL. It was on Nickelodeon. It was a show called All That.
Ah.
It's where...
Same concept. Different generation target.
Well, yeah, except, frankly, that's all you need. Both those two guys got their start on that show. So does Gabriel Iglesias. No, the fluffy guy. Yeah, him. He was there on that show, too. There was a couple others. But yeah, same thing. It was like Mad TV for children. Which is like, Mad TV is like Saturday Night Live for stoners.
I never really cared for Mad TV.
Oh, I loved it. Me and my brother used to gamble quarters apiece on Spy vs. Spy. That and I'm dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, we're all dudes, dude. I got into that discussion once. Is dude a gender-neutral term or not? And I have come up with an answer that satisfies me and me alone. Yes, asterisk. If you're in Southern California or any place where like surfer culture exists, then yeah, it's a gender-neutral term. If you're not, you're just being an asshole and culturally appropriating somebody else's shit.
How would I fit in? I was born in California.
Which part of California? I don't know where Stockton is.
Stockton is close to Sacramento.
North, south, east, west?
Middle.
Middle? No.
Like directly middle.
No.
And
Gotta be
everyone
LA.
uses dude.
LA. I don't know. I don't know. I've only been to California once. I got pulled over. Well, that's not true. I went to San Francisco a bunch.
Bum fights.
I'm surfer on my father's side. No.
Native Hawaiian.
No.
The South Park episode.
Oh yeah, I got invited to bum fights in San Francisco as a competitor. Apparently, oh well.
No long-term effect.
She dead. Apothecary, she's fine. Doctor saved her. Apparently, where I'm from, dressing where I'm from, in San Francisco makes people think you're homeless. Where I'm from, I just look like an average person, but I go to San Francisco and everybody thought I was homeless. Nobody ever asked me for money. I got invited to fight in a couple bum fights. Like it was a strange town.
That can't be legal.
Last time I was there, I had a great time though. I was in downtown. I was in Chinatown, and this did that tourist trap thing, where it was basically a tourist scam, and I let myself get taken in because
why not?
Why not?
Vacation.
At least you. Oh yeah, no, please. I was on vacation. Screw it. So basically, he took me into a restaurant, ordered food for himself and me, had me pay for both of it. Yeah. And then I said, cool, you're sitting down with me, right? And so he sat down with me, and for like 45 minutes, he told me about his childhood in China. And I was like, totally worth the price, because I paid like 3 times as much as I would have paid for my meal otherwise.
Right.
But no, I mean, like I knew what he was doing when he did it, and I was a willing participant in my own scamming, because I did not see it as being scammed. I saw it as part of the tourist experience. I'm okay with that. Like, the whole point of traveling is to, like, do shit like that. It's like when I was in Canada, and there was a thing on the menu, and I had no idea what the fuck it was, so I ordered it.
Poutine. I still wish I would have had at least a little bit of a budget money to try the McDonald's version. I had enough for gas and for energy drinks, and that was it.
I'm sorry. After eating actual poutine, the idea of eating anything... I would not want to eat that at McDonald's.
It's the McPoutine.
Because you know what it is McDonald's fries...
Yep.
Covered in powdered brown gravy.
Yep.
With shredded cheese on top of it.
If you're lucky.
Like from the bag. Just regular, just...
If you're lucky.
Or was it just a piece of American cheese they laid over it?
I don't even remember. I think what they had was they had actual like cheese nuggets, cheese curds.
Yeah.
They had actual cheese curds, I think.
Yep, I don't trust McDonald's to have like proper fresh cheese curds to melt over my...
Well, no, it's a McCheese curd. It doesn't really melt.
Oh, so it's like it's like American cheese that they just do this to until it falls apart. Get some kid in there working minimum wage, just tearing apart American cheese slices.
No, it was just like really thick pellets of cheese. It's McDonald's. It's mostly plastic.
So it's American cheese.
The ants avoid it. It never goes bad.
And they eat poop.
They eat a lot of things.
Orc down! Orc down!
OrKK! OrKK!
And Amazons are not scoring again this half. Which means it looks like this game is about to be over 1-1. Because she's stunned, so she can't even get up and grab the ball.
1-1 stunned, only on the OrKK.
And the black orc has the ball.
I would like to see an arcade version of this.
For 50 cents? Yeah, you gotta pay $5 to get your team data on a card.
Oh, God. Don't lose your card.
Alright, turn 6. Team!
16.
So after this game is over, the screen is going to go weirdly blue for a second while I switch out of this game and go into a different game.
And I gotta go to bed because I have to be at work.
But first I have to go get
30.
Guyver so he can watch me open up this case.
This case, that case, brain case. Whose case?
The case.
Ah, yes. Theo Case. District Attorney and world's second greatest detective. Ooh.
Poor Galdar is stunned. Oh man, that was a good game. And star player points, which means it mattered.
It mattered. Ooh, Orcs won that one.
Yeah, they did. By a
5,
lot.
7, 9 to 4. Damn.
And yeah, 4-star player points for the frenzied furry females. Meanwhile, the orcs, D6 is 21s to 36s. Meanwhile, two 36 twos to 12 fives. That's intense. And their block dice, actually no, their block dice had a pretty fairly even spread. Except for if you notice their arrows.
Pretty
You
low.
would expect to see a much
sorry.
larger number for arrows there. Meanwhile, 14, 13, 22, 15, more defender stumbles than both downs, which is more ones than sixes by quite a bit. Otherwise, pretty even dice spread. I mean, there's more fours than threes, but who cares? They're fours and threes. They kind of mean the same thing, unless like you're getting into the real nitty gritty of the middle
Right.
game. All right, so un momento por favor. The screen is going to do something weird. I apologize.
Well, I don't think you can switch games.